The infamous blue check mark on Facebook used to be highly coveted. And it used to be only for those influencers and celebrities that were actually real and proven with an actual track record. Well, little over a year ago, anybody and everybody can actually get that blue check mark for the most part for just $14.99 a month on both Instagram and Facebook. So if you are wondering whether or not that blue check mark is worth it for you as a contractor on your personal profiles, then this video is going to be for you. Social media is filled with bots and people that are looking to scam you and other people that might be looking to support you and do business with you. Unfortunately, that happens more often than we think. A lot of people's profiles also get shut down because people are trying to impersonate them. So the blue check mark in and of itself does help out with a lot of those components. And we're going to go over a couple of key things that you need to take into consideration, and we'll ultimately make you make the decision, of course, on whether or not it's worth it. I do believe ultimately that it is worth it for you as the contractor to have that blue check mark. $14.99 a month isn't a whole heck of a lot, but we'll go through a little bit more here in this video. So the first thing is that it does provide some additional credibility. Although it is just a blue check mark that pretty much anybody can get if they pay, it does have the mark of authenticity and credibility behind it. From there, it does give you a little bit extra visibility. Now, there's not a ton of data out there, but people do report that when they have verified accounts, that the verified accounts do see a little bit more, if not significant more engagement and reach because of that blue check mark. Of course, which goes into that next aspect that it does provide some additional trust, ultimately people understanding that you are very, very unique in the marketplace because there's nobody else like you. You do have some access to additional features like monetization, support, security, things like that we'll talk about here in a little bit. So it is, in my opinion, worth it for just that aspect. Security, again, if you have any issues, if your account's been locked out, my account was locked out. I was locked out for a couple hours. I honestly thought the world was going to end because I have so much business on Facebook. I was super worried about what was going to happen. So I reached out to them. Ultimately, they figured it out, were able to get me taken care of very quickly. And I was also having an issue by getting paid from Facebook. And within a couple of hours, it was all fixed. So those are some key aspects. But the last aspect that you really need to think about is the additional influence that you get for your contracting business via having that blue check mark for your personal brand. It can boost your influence online, and ultimately that's what we're trying to do as we build our authority. So has anything ever happened to you on social media where you've been locked out of the account, you've been suspended, all of those things? If you are growing your business on Facebook or Instagram, for example, it can be a really scary aspect or a scary thought to think that it might all go away from nothing. My buddy Kyle, he's really big in the Instagram space, and before Meta Verified was a thing, his account got shut down. He had over 100,000 followers, and he was doing over $200,000 a month in business, in his coaching business, helping people start and scale junk removal companies. Well, somebody had shut down his account, somebody had tried to impersonate it, report him, etc., and he was ultimately able to get it back. But if he would have had Meta Verified, he would have been able to work directly with their support ultimately in order to get the profile back up and running. So that is a massive example of why this is needed. Of course, with everything in life, there are pros and there are cons. So there are a few cons, of course, with getting the blue check mark. First, being obvious, is it's $15 a month. If you can't afford $15 a month, well, then conversation obviously ends. But I believe that for $15 a month, if you do both of them on Facebook and Instagram, that's $30 a month. If you are a contractor and you sell one job from Facebook every single year, it's 100% worth it. And if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you're at least selling one job. Cost is a factor, but it's one that ultimately has a priceless return on investment. Number two is the verification process. So you need your photo ID, you need a passport. You do potentially have to change your name. So a lot of people who I'm connected with know my good friend Drew B. Wilson. Everybody calls him Drewby. That's his name, but he had to go to Andrew Wilson. So there is that aspect. If you go by a different name than your true legal name, that you will have to change it in order to get through that verification process. Once you're through that verification process, you can't change your name or your profile picture without without re-going through the verification process. I think you might be able to do it like once every month or 6 months or something like that in terms of the picture, but you definitely can't change the name, so it's kind of annoying. If you're getting value from this video and it's providing some type of information that ultimately you would like to see more of, make sure you hit the like button on this video and subscribe to our channel so that way you can get notified each and every single time we launch a new video. So a summary, a little bit of whether or not the blue check mark is worth it for your contracting company or for you as the contractor and your personal brand. In my opinion, as I mentioned before, the short answer is ultimately yes. If you benefit from Facebook at all to get new business, the $15 a month is a no-brainer in my opinion. The human support when issues arise, if somebody is trying to impersonate your profile or rip you off, or you get locked out of your account and it goes down for whatever reason, that is direct access. If you don't have Meta verified, you are going to struggle to talk to a human. And it's really, really frustrating when you have business or you have connections or you have things that you need to get access to on Facebook that you ultimately don't because you don't have Meta verified. So again, it's a peace of mind thing, but it also will help grow your business. And if nothing else, when people see that blue check mark, there is a lot of uneducated people still out there. And a lot of people don't have a lot of people in their network that have that blue check mark. So it is continuing to build that know, like, and trust, continuing to build that authority. And in my opinion, that alone is ultimately worth it as well. If you want to scale your contracting business with personal branding and organic social media content, and you want our help, the first thing I recommend you doing is going and joining our free Builders of Authority Facebook group. If you go to Facebook, you type into the search bar Builders of Authority, click join, answer those questions, and then you'll start to see some of the daily content we have, as well as live weekly trainings every single Tuesday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And you'll see a link to the group here in the comment section as well. If there's any other topics, any other feedback you would like to share, feel free to do that in the comment section of this video. And again, if you got value from it, hit the like button on this video, subscribe to our channel so that way you can get notified each and every single time we launch a new video. We really, really appreciate you taking the time to do this. And remember, authority isn't built overnight, it's built over time.